York Revolution is on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
It is gone! Game over!
Revs Baseball is brought to you by Wellspan Sports Medicine, People's Bank, Shipley Energy, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Brewery Products, Harvey's Rental, Racehorse Tavern, Flying Feet Sports Shoes, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Dasher Investment Services, Smith Wealth Advisory Group, Royal Manchester Golf Links, Community Progress Council, Fast Signs, York County Bar Association, Philly Pretzel Company, Wolf's Bus Lines, Grand Falloons, PA Lottery, and by Downtown Inc.
Nelly Rodriguez, a walk-off two-run home run! It's right there, he's got it, and this game is over! The Revs with a record-setting comeback!
Now, with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the York Revolution, Daryl Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from People's Bank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 39 of York Revolution Baseball. Tonight, next to last game of this homestand as the Revs look for a series win, once again hosting the Kentucky Wild Health Genomes here on a fireworks night at People's Bank Park. Hi again, everybody. Daryl Henry alongside Jake Ness. Welcome to Revs Baseball here on a perfect Saturday night weather-wise. Huge crowd on hand tonight. And the Buck-a-Book participants wrapping up their pregame parade around the warning track as we speak. And some winners will be awarded some grand prizes, including bikes from Downtown and Company down on the field. And Jake, as far as the baseball goes, the Revs winning 2 of the last 3, and last night a 10-4 victory. A lot of folks contributed in a big way to that one.
Yeah, and it was a bit of an interesting game because that top of the 4th inning, the Genomes took a 4-run inning to take the tie game back, and all of a sudden York was unfazed, put up 5 in the bottom half, and like you said, a lot of contributions, the biggest one being Carlos Franco, who we continue to bring up game after game, and rightfully so, took his rightful place at the top of the RBI lead tonight in the entire Atlantic League. And you know, it's nice to see this offense starting to click, and backed by some pretty good pitching as well, particularly from the bullpen last night.
Indeed. Duke Von Schaman, 3 no-hit innings to start the game, and then after that 4th inning hiccup, the bullpen followed him. 4 relievers combined to allow nothing over the final 5 innings. And some of the audio highlights from last night, the Revs were the ones who jumped on top again early in the game. It was Nelly Rodriguez in the first. Pitch to him, swing and a high drive to deep right center. Moorer chasing it back. It is gone! Up onto the lawn in right center. And Nelly with an opposite field bomb. He parks one out of here in the first inning tonight. Home run number 5 of the season for him. And the Revs jump on top. It's 2-0. And then the big response, they built the 4-0 lead that the Genomes answered, but the Revs retaking the lead with a 5-run 4th, and the scoring started with Elmer Reyes.
Breaking ball driven out to left field, back on it, PA. He looks up and it's off the nemesis. Nunez in to score, Lean right behind him. Elmer's into second with a 2-run double. Stokes moves up to third, and the Revs are back on top. It's 6-4.
And then Carlos Franco adding on.
Stokes on third, Reyes on second. The 2-2 pitch is up the middle, base hit into center field. Stokes is in, Reyes will come around 2, no throw from Moorer. Reyes in standing, a 2-run single by Carlos Franco. He's got 40 on the season. And the Revs all of a sudden have put up a 4-spot and taken the lead back with authority. It's 8-4.
And they weren't done there. JC Encarnacion adding on.
Pitch number 90 is driven out to right center field. Back on it, Moorer. Back at the wall. Looking up, it's off the wall. Moorer on the ground. He hit it hard. JC will go all the way around to third. Franco in to score. Demetrius Moorer shake it up as he collided with the LED board. Trainers coming out. It'll be an RBI triple for JC Encarnacion.
Now the Revs a 9-4 lead at that point, and kind of a stalemate until the 8th when Carlos Franco knocked in one more. Now the 3-2, and a swing and a smack at second, and past Becker, who went to backhand it into right. Jeffrey around third, the throw to the plate, he scores standing. Flying around third to score. Base hit for Carlos Franco. His third tonight. He's driven in 4 on this evening. And it's a 10-4 lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Nobody can slow him down right now. Yeah, he is in fuego. And a 7-game hitting streak. Now 15 RBIs the last 6. Revs winning it 10-4 last night. Tonight it'll be Austin Nicely looking for his first win of the year. He is due, to say the least. Right-hander Max Povsey goes for the Genomes. He's 4-2, has a 5.60 ERA. Take a look at what's on tap tonight, brought to you by Brewery Products and Bud Light here at Peoples Bank Park. And coming up in our next segment, one of our groups here tonight, the Knights of Columbus, and group leader Ron Ruman from St. Rose of Lima. He will join us in our next segment. We've got Mace coming up here momentarily as well. First pitch tonight set for 6:30 on a gorgeous night here in York on Sports Radio at 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
I'm Bridget Condon with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Center Alex Mack officially announcing his retirement from the NFL, posting a message on Twitter that said in part, quote, "I am so grateful to the game of football and everything it has given me." Mack was a 7-time Pro Bowler over his 13-year career. Cowboys defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence recently said he wants to take back the title as the team's sack leader, but linebacker Micah Parsons doesn't plan to let that happen. Parsons saying, quote, "I'm sorry to tell him he's never getting that back." Parsons led Dallas with 13 sacks last season. And Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson excited for a new look offense under head coach Kevin O'Connell. Jefferson telling the USA Today, quote, "We had an old style offense last year. It's 2020. You get into a new age and move to a new generation." This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to find savings. But you may have more cash than you realize in your home's equity. Unlock it today with a cash-out refinance from Rocket Mortgage. In the last year, average home values have gone up nearly 20%. That means you could unlock thousands of dollars from your home. And with Rocket Mortgage, you could get all that cash in as little as 3 weeks. Put your hard-earned money to work. Pay down high-interest debt and combine your balances into one simple, low monthly payment. Now is your perfect opportunity to take control of your financial future. So what are you waiting for? When you want to consolidate debt and simplify your finances, Rocket can. Call 8338-ROCKET today or go to rocketmortgage.com to get started. That's 8338-ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com. Rocket. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender licensed in all 50 states and MLSconsumeraccess.org number 3030. Call 800-4.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Pregame here from Peoples Bank Park tonight. Darrell Henry along with longtime pal and radio colleague Ron Ruman, who's back in the booth with me tonight. And Ron, it's great to see you. And we've got the Knights of Columbus here tonight as one of our group outings on this gorgeous night. So welcome in.
Well, thank you, Darrell. It's great to be back with you and back on the airwaves of WOYK. It feels like home.
Yeah, and it is.
Absolutely.
For a long time for you. And what are the Knights of Columbus for anyone that isn't aware?
Yeah, the Knights of Columbus, it's a Catholic men's group, and it was founded in 1882 in New Haven, Connecticut by Father Michael McGivney. And the reason it was founded, Darrell, is that in those days, Catholics in America faced a lot of prejudice. A lot of Catholics at that time were recent immigrants from Ireland and other places. Like my ancestors came from what is now Slovakia. They often stayed in their ethnic enclaves. Many of them didn't speak English. Of course, the Irish did, but others didn't. My ancestors worked in coal mines. They lived, together, and they didn't associate outside of their groups a lot. So there was a lot of prejudice, a lot of unknowns. And one of the problems that Catholics had then is many people would not sell them life insurance. And so what Father McGivney was finding in his parish in New Haven, Connecticut, is when the breadwinner, usually the man in those cases, died, the widow and the children were often left destitute because they had no insurance. So he really set the Knights up to be a spiritual organization, but also to allow the parishes to provide insurance for families whose breadwinners had died. So that's kind of how it got started, and it kind of grew as, in faith, working in faith, and also in helping to support people of those parishes.
Right, and I should mention you're with the Knights of Columbus through St. Rose of Lima here tonight. Mm-hmm. And where did the name come from? If you can detail that a little bit.
Yeah, that's something that folks often wonder, Knights of Columbus. And one of the other problems that Catholics faced in the 19th century in America is that some other Americans did not believe Catholics were true Americans. They said they felt Catholics' first allegiance was to the Pope or to Rome, and if there was ever a time of crisis or a war, that Catholics who lived here, who were Americans, would not support America. Their first allegiance would be to Rome and to the Pope. And so to help to dispel that, both for non-Catholics as well as to make the Catholics, many of them immigrants, feel more American, they chose the name Columbus as the discoverer of America, to really say, no, we're as American as anybody else. And so let's try and dispel the myth that, if you need us for anything, we're here as much as any other patriotic American would be.
And what do the Knights at St. Rose do here in our community locally?
Well, sure. And the Knights in our community, we do a lot of work around the parish. That's probably our first assignment, is to support the pastor in whatever he might need around the parish. So we do a lot of work there. We clean the church weekly. We help outside, like once a year we'll do mulching and that sort of thing. We help at special ceremonies as called on by the pastor. We do a lot of social activities. We have a couple of chicken barbecues over the summer. We have a monthly pancake breakfast at our parish center after Mass on Sundays. Usually the first Sunday this month. It's next week because so many of us are here tonight. But we do that once a month, and we have during Lent on Fridays, we have seafood dinners. Those are open to the public, and we have a lot of folks that I see who aren't Catholic or don't belong to St. Rose who come to those. So we encourage everyone to come and visit. It's a great place to meet friends, make new friends, and our seafood dinners are kind of renowned. So we have that. We do those sorts of things. And of course, we have about 100 of us here tonight at our second annual St. Rose Night at the Revs, and we have the perfect night for it. So we're really happy to be with the Revs, another great community organization. And outside the parish, there we work in the community. We provide a lot of help to the Women's Care Center, which is right across Richland Avenue from St. Rose, which is at the corner of Richland and Market in the western edge of the city. Provide a lot of help from them to just help around the property there. We help at St. Rose School, and York Catholic is needed. We're big supporters of Special Olympics. The Knights, both globally and here in York, have been supporting Special Olympics for decades. We raise funds for scholarships, and this past winter, we purchased and distributed dozens of winter coats through the Coats for Kids program in 3 different school districts: Southern York County, West York, and Central. So within the parish, but also within the community.
That's great. And for anybody that might be interested in more information, how to join, how much of a time commitment is it, where they can get more information?
Yeah, and that's a great question, because I think a lot of folks are hesitant, and they say, I'd like to be part of it, but don't have a lot of time. What we asked Daryl is for folks to give us 12 hours a year. That's a year. Help out at a couple of our chicken barbecues, a couple of the pancake breakfasts, come to 2 or 3 meetings. Our meetings are the first Tuesday of the month at the parish center, about an hour, and help at 1 or 2 events throughout the year. So if you can do that, if anyone out there is listening, you're a member at St. Rose, you'd like to be, it's a great time. We have a lot of fun. We do things like coming to the Revs games. We have a lot of fun, but we really ask for about 12 hours a year. That's it. So, and the organization's open to any Catholic man age 18 and over in good standing with the church. And folks can join online. They can go to kofc.org on the internet, and click on the Join tab at the top of the page. Or you can contact our local council if you go to the parish website, and that is St. Rose of Lima, YorkPA.org. And Saint is spelled out. It's SAINT. So St. Rose of Lima, YorkPA.org. And you scroll down to the second page on our website. You can look for for parish ministries, and you can get in touch with our local council there. So we'd love to have you folks. It's not a big time commitment. Really, you get a great feeling in the parish and the community, and we have a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, and great to have you and your group here tonight. I believe you're in the picnic area, right?
In the home run patio.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'll be keeping an eye. Hopefully we hit some out that way.
Yeah, we're looking for it, and we were here last year, and we had a great time, so we came back, and it's one of our most fun outings of the whole year.
Awesome. Well, Ron, and great to see you again.
You too, Daryl.
Yeah, great to have you in here. Ron Ruman, Knights of Columbus, St. Rose of Lima. They've got their group outing here tonight, and he joins us here in the pregame. We will take a quick break and hear from Mace on the Racehorse Tavern Manager's Report up next.
Catch the Revs all season on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Racehorse Tavern Manager's Report. Now here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
All right, Mace. Well, good win last night. Let's start with this. It's not against Lancaster, but 4 hit by pitches last night. I know we don't want to go down this road with another team, but does just the overall body of it just get really irritating at some point, how often your guys have been plunked?
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt. We're frustrated. There's a lot of hit by pitches going on in the league. Actually, I think it seems like more than ever. And I don't know if that is intentional or just lack of control or command by the pitchers. But, at some point it has to get reined in. And I was not a fan of getting a warning last night when we had done nothing except be the target. So yep. I definitely had a problem with that. But, no, I mean, I know the league is looking at these things. And at some point, something will have to be done. And I just hope it's sooner than later.
What kind of explanation did you get as to why your team was warned?
Well, I mean, I was told that that's the way you have to issue warnings. You have to issue both teams at the same time, which I totally disagree with. There's no reason to warn a team that hasn't done anything, right? And, that's my argument. It's like, all right, you warn one team, whichever team it was, and then if the other team goes out and does something, then they're warned too, and then you go from there. But to issue warnings to clubs that haven't done anything that would warrant that, I have a real problem with that.
Well, unfortunately, you had to lift one of your guys that got hit. That was Connor Lean. What's the latest with him?
Nothing, structurally, no bone issues, nothing like that. Just soft tissue. Actually, he swung the bat today, just not against pitching or anything, just dry swings, not hitting any balls or anything like that. But actually, he said it felt okay, not too bad. But I'm anticipating with Monday off, we're going to give him today off and tomorrow, and then Monday would make 3 in a row, and then by Tuesday he should be okay.
Yeah, that's good news. And Duke last night gave you 3 great innings to start, and obviously the 4th was rocky, but only his 2nd start back in there. So how do you assess that?
Well, I mean, the first 3 innings, like you said, were good. He was coming off a 5-inning appearance in Lancaster. He hadn't thrown that much in a while, and bringing guys back on the 5th day, which, I mean, he hasn't done that for a month, pretty much, close to that. So I was really just anticipating that, we would get 4 or 5, and then that would be it, probably same as we had the last start. But, in the 4th inning, the pitch count started to get high, and he started to leave the pitches up in the zone more than he did at the beginning. And, and then there was a couple walks mixed in there. But, I mean, and that ended up basically making a shorter night for him. But, overall, the offense did a good job to come back, and get those runs back and get a lead. And, he ate up 4 important innings for us because a couple of nights ago we had a starter to win 3 innings. So with the bullpen, 5-6 guys available, and last night we really didn't even have that many available. So, a lot of guys had to go multiple innings. And, we were just lucky to be able to do that.
Yeah, well, the Pen did a great job last night, and you add potentially a really important piece to that bullpen tonight with Nick Howard going on the roster officially. You've seen him play catch. You've talked to him. What is everything you can tell us about him up to this point?
Well, I actually got to watch him throw a bullpen today, and the stuff looked really good. The velocity was good, the movement was good. I kind of compared it to like a Michael Nix kind of heavy, like throw a heavy ball in there. Just has a little extra life at the end. So, he had some days off since he got released. So I know he wanted to get on the mound and do some things today. But after he threw that short bullpen, he told me, he's like, "Hey, I'm available if you need me tonight."
Nice. And another thing offensively from last night, a lot of guys contributed, but Nelly hits an opposite field home run in the first inning. Your team has been scoring early in games. We'd like to see him do that on the road and be balanced in that regard, but do some guys get a comfort zone here where they just feel locked in, they see it really well here?
I mean, there's no doubt he's had more at-bats here than anywhere in the league, so, I think here more than anywhere, I think you have an idea on how they're going to try to pitch you in this ballpark. I know he works on going that way every day in batting practice. The majority of the balls he hits out of here during batting practice go toward right field, and the ones that he hits toward left and left center, I mean, they're like bombs like it. They don't even stay on the property. So, he works at it every day, and as the guy that throws the batting practice to that group, I try my best to make him hit the ball the other way. It's sometimes easier said than done, my location, and my command is not always as good as it used to be. But, we have a plan during batting practice, and then hopefully, we try to take that into the game.
Well, you've got nicely tonight and facing Pavsey, who we saw last year, and the first thing I think of with him is he's 6'8". And was he kind of funky from a delivery standpoint?
Yeah, I think so. Any pitcher that has like an extra movement in their delivery can mess up the timing of the hitter. So, we have to try to make adjustments, same as we do every night. But when a guy's 6'8", he strides out there, and when the ball comes out of his hand, he's 50 feet from home plate. So you have to make your adjustment pretty quick.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Yep, thank you.
Was the Dallastown Middle School Chorus with our national anthem tonight, as the Revs have taken the field for this one in front of a big crowd here on a beautiful Saturday night at Peoples Bank Park. Revs wearing special jerseys for the Diz Jersey Auction presented by Parliament Arts Organization. Those can be bid on over the next couple of weeks, in fact. Really sharp look with baby blue and gold numbers in back. And Austin nicely beginning his warm-ups. The lineup tonight for the Genomes, it is brought to you by Flying Feet. They will have Luke Becker at second base leading things off. Jimmy Paredes, the third baseman, hits second. Chris Shaw at first base bats third. Moises Sierra in right field will hit cleanup. Felix Pie, the big league vet, in left field hits fifth. Samir Dueñez, the designated hitter, is batting sixth. Chase Velo will be behind the plate hitting seventh. Cleo Luis Rondon at shortstop hits eighth. And Anderson Miller in center field bats ninth. Again, Becker, Paredes, Shaw, Sierra, Pie, Dueñez. Velo, Rondon, and Miller for the Genomes. And that lineup facing Austin Nicely, who's just about ready to go tonight, says one more warm-up. He is 0-5 with a 6.98 ERA in 7 starts, but Jake, the last 4, he's pitched well enough to win in at least 3 of those 4, and hopefully tonight is the night.
Yeah, ever since that first start out in Staten Island in the beginning of May, he's turned a corner suddenly. Past 2 starts, 13 strikeouts, no walks, and you date his last 5, 26 strikeouts to 4 walks. He's a guy that's going to give you innings, and he's going to pound the strike zone, and it's just a matter of the run support lining up for once.
Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch tonight. Luke Becker swings out of his shoes and comes up empty. We are underway. 6:33 our start time tonight. As the switch hitting Becker is bumped up from 5 to 1 in their order tonight. The 0-1, and it misses down and in. He's hitting .275, 6 home runs. Is batting just .233 from this side of the plate. As Nicely tries to smooth out the landing of the mound, goes to the spike cleaner. Revs with those baby blue special jerseys tonight. They're wearing the white hats. Pitch is swung on, chopped to third. One hop right to Franco. He's in the game, fires it across, 1 away. Well, Nicely, his first 3 starts this year, a 15.88 ERA. And he can only joke about it at this point. He's usually good for some good self-ribbing about that. The last 4 starts, his ERA 3.45.
But only he can joke about it.
Well, but he does. He's gone at least 7 in each of the last 4, giving up 3 earned or fewer in 3 of those 4. And here is Paredes, who takes a first pitch strike. The last 2 starts, again, no walks. There's the wind, the pitch, and a swing and a bouncer hit softly. Franco's gonna have to charge. He gloves on the run. He fires and got him just in time. Paredes not getting down the line great. His helmet fell off. Tried to leg that one out, but could not beat Franco's arm. 2 down. Carlos handles the first 2.
Yeah, and put into perspective how much Carlos had to go in for that ball. His momentum basically took him all the way to first base. He was almost face-to-face with Nelly afterwards.
Revs dugout giving Paredes the business on the way back. Here is Chris Shaw, who they acquired from Long Island. Left on left, first pitch from Nicely. It is right where Nunez set up, and a called strike. Shaw hitting .295, a couple of home runs. Got off to a really rough start with Long Island last year, as the pitch is in tight, but back for a second year in the league and having a pretty good start to this season. There's the wind, the 1-1. And a swing and a broken bat, 1 hopper on the ground to second, right to Kenley, tosses over to first. 3 ground ball outs for Austin Nicely in a 1-2-3 first inning tonight. We have played a half. It's the Genomes nothing, the Revs coming up.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving the community for more than 155 years, always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make our communities great, and to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
April showers means May flowers. As spring blooms and lawns are growing, so are we at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Our team at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care is growing, and we're seeking qualified candidates to grow with us. Join our world-class team-based environment and get your foot on the lawn of a new career with the leading provider of lawn care, tree care, and landscaping services in York, Adams, and Cumberland counties. Be part of our team. Find out more at heritagelawnandlandscape.com.
Hey, Fred, did you see that Shipley Energy was hiring CDL drivers?
Really? My buddy works there. He's been driving for them for over 20 years. Must be a nice place to work.
Yeah, I saw online that they're hiring transport drivers and propane and heating oil delivery drivers.
Do you need to have a hazmat?
Nah, they'll help us get one. They also give 4 weeks vacation, benefits like healthcare, and we'll get to be home every night.
I'm going to check it out tonight.
Yeah, man. Go to shipleyenergy.com/drive and apply. It took me less than 5 minutes.
I'm pulling it up on my phone right now.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. Catch York Revolution baseball right here on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Austin Nicely needed just 8 pitches, 6 of which were strikes in that first inning. And the Revs coming up against Max Povsey. Here's the York lineup tonight, brought to you by Flying Feet. Troy Stokes Jr. will lead it off. He's in right field. Elmer Reyes at shortstop hits second. Melky Mesa back in. He's in left. Cleanup man, Nelly Rodriguez at first base. Carlos Franco, the hottest hitter in all the land. He's at third base, batting fifth. JC Encarnacion in center field will hit sixth. Josue Herrera DHs and bats seventh. John Nunez will catch and hit eighth. And Jack Kenley at second base bats ninth. Against Stokes, Reyes, Mesa, Rodriguez, Franco, Encarnacion, Herrera, Nunez, and Kenley. Facing Povsey, who with 4 wins is tied for 5th in the league in wins, 4-2 with a 5.60 ERA and 7 starts. 35 1/3 innings, 51 hits. Opponents hitting .333, but he's only walked 11 and has struck out 32. 3 home runs given up. Lefties hitting .407, righties .287. And Stokes will be the first to see him. Here's the first pitch from the Beanstalk tonight, and it misses a little bit high. He is 6'8", and he's all legs. He is very thin, I guess, as he nods yes, fires, and a swing and a pop-up. First base, it is Shaw moving past the bag into the coach's box. Sandy vacates, and Shaw makes the grab for out number 1. Lanky, perhaps?
That's a word you could use for it, and there is some funk in that delivery as well. It's a little tough on righties, especially early in the game with the shadows.
He is listed at 6'8", 200. And here's some food for thought. He is tied for their team lead in hit batters this year with 6. Here's Elmer, who takes a first pitch strike. The Genomes have hit 37 batters and have only been hit 14 times. There's the rub.
I wonder how long that would last.
It's the 0-1, and it's down low.
Not necessarily here, just, as they go on and play teams that aren't the Lexington Legends for once. See how well they tolerate that.
Yeah. The wind and the 1-1. Swing and a drive the other way in right field. Sierra chasing back. Oh, he runs it down and jumps against the People's Bank Park sign. I guess for the photo op. He reached out, full extension across his body, made a great running play, and then spread himself out like he was flying and jumped into the wall padding for out number 2. He was excited. Here's Melky. He had the night off last night. Povsey with the pitch. Breaking ball. It's a called strike.
And to go back to your previous point, there's 2 teams in the league that have hit over 30 batters. 37 for the Genomes, 36 for our good friends across the river, and then 27 is the next most.
Well, color me flabbergasted as Povsey misses inside with a curve.
Apparently 2 shattered helmets in Staten Island this past week.
That's what we hear. There's a rub for you. There's the wind, the pitch, and a swing and a pop-up foul, back and out of play. And those were Fairy Hawk helmets that were shattered. So in other words, by hit by pitches in the head by Lancaster pitching. Malky tied for 6th in the league in ribbies with 30. 4 home runs. Here's the 1-2. And it misses down and away. Velo behind the plate tonight, over to block it. Carlos Castro not in their lineup tonight.
And in addition, the Revs are 2nd in the league being hit by pitches. I don't think that should surprise anybody. Southern Maryland's been hit 10 more times. They've been hit 44 times. The Revs 34.
Probably wind up the 2-2. And a swing and a ground ball tight to the line, but foul down past third.
It seems like hitting the ball well is offensive in this league to some people.
Yeah. Yeah. Or maybe they're taught, go at the head, make them uncomfortable, and then
pinpoint your next 3 sliders.
Yep. 2-2 again, and it's swung on and popped up foul over the first base roof. 2 up, 2 down, no score here in the first inning tonight. There is not a cloud in the sky. My skin would tell you that from being outside today. Povsey winds, strides home. Look out, that's in tight under Malky's hands, 3-2.
And hitters have a lot less time to react from Povsey's pitches, mainly because those long legs give him an extra stride.
Now deals, and a swing and a fly ball, back of second, Becker out. Center fielder Miller, a long run in. Now it's the right fielder Sierra who comes in and takes charge and makes the grab in very shallow right center. So he got some sprints in that first inning and catches 2 of them. It's a 1-2-3 first. We'll go to the second tonight, no score.
WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on. From common bone and joint problems to complex injuries, our team of surgeons, physicians, therapists, and athletic trainers work together for you. We are here for professional athletes, athletes in training, and the weekend warrior. We're the official sports medicine provider for the York Revolution, the York Suburban Trojans, and your weekend tennis team. That's how WellSpan Health delivers orthopedic care you can count on.
What's the deal with the Dan Patrick Show?
Dan Patrick.
Shouldn't Kawhi be the new Dos Equis guy? Like, wouldn't he be a great man of mystery? Instead of that guy that's supposed to look like Michael Phelps, who took over for the old guy. Yeah, I thought it was one of that was like, hey, how about we get a guy who looks like Michael Phelps as the most interesting man in the world? Kawhi would be great because he's so deadpan.
Dan Patrick, mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
What recreational sport is sweeping the country? It's pickleball, a blend of tennis, badminton, and ping pong. It's great fun for everyone, young and old. Where can you find the right footwear for pickleball?
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet sports shoes, of course. Come try Acacia, the official footwear brand for USA Pickleball. The Dink Shot and the new Signature Pro models are both designed exclusively for pickleball. It's time for you to get onto the court, but stay out of the kitchen with Acacia Pickleball shoes. You'll find them now at Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Mount Rose Avenue in York.
Cannonball Charlie's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
No score as we head to the second inning tonight. Austin Nicely, an 8-pitch, 6-strike, 3 ground ball out first inning. And Moises Sierra will lead things off. First pitch is in for a strike. Hopefully he's fatigued from all that sprint work that he did on those 2 fly balls, 1 deep and 1 shallow. He's hitting .333, 3 homers. Pitch, it is swung on, pulled on the ground to short. Elmer charging to his right, throws across his body and right on the bullseye. Elmer scooting in on the charge, but angling toward his right. But he's smooth, doesn't matter which direction he's going. And that's out number 1, and another ground ball out. By the way, our weather tonight brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. The board says 84 degrees. It's about 80, truth be told. And the sun splashed, very clear, a little breeze left to right. Here's PA, left against left, and nicely starts him with a strike. And we mentioned the Revs special jerseys. The Genomes have gone to black tonight with pink numbers, baby blue lettering in front. This one poked on the ground up the middle, and Reyes tried to slide to his left, couldn't corral it. Slaps the ground, disgusted that he didn't come up with that one. It'll be a base hit for PA going up the middle. First base runner of the night. Umpiring crew tonight, Ruben Ramirez, the balls and strikes. Fred DeJesus at first. Silvio Martinez with the forearm all wrapped up, but x-rays were clean on him. He's the umpire at third base. He got drilled in the 8th inning last night. 1 on, 1 out. Here's another left-hand hitter, Samir Dueñas, the DH. 6 games played, hitting .375. First offering is just inside. Revs have been playing better, 11-9 the last 20. 15-23 overall coming in tonight. 1-0, and a swing and a jam shot, bouncer foul down to the first base coach's box. It's Clayton Melbauer, one of their backup infielders, coaching at first at the moment. The Genomes 17-18. Last night's loss ended a 3-game winning streak and put them a game under 500. Nicely ready. 1-1, and it's in the dirt. Good block from Nunez, whose mask, I don't know if he flung it off that quickly or if it got knocked off, but right down on top of it. Last night, the first of 9 meetings with the Genomes, and, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing some of these other teams more, but, you know, that would really cut into our quality time with Lancaster. We don't want to do that. There's the 2-1, and a swing and a foul tip. Good changeup. Nunez holds on to it. His throw back, I think his hand hit the plate ump as it bounced nicely. I mean, I wouldn't want to miss one of those 32.
Especially with our beautiful vantage point at this time of night at the clip.
Yeah. Nicely set. And the 2-2, it is down in the dirt again. Nunez wears another one. Nicely delivering right now, out of sunlight, right into the shadows that are slicing right through the heart of the pitcher's mound. These Barnstormers got a load of the Blue Crabs last night, losing 9-5. And see if they hit anybody.
I'm going to see how many home runs those lefties hit on the short porch.
Payoff. It is bounced toward first. Oh, it took a skip and shot foul. I think Dueñas assumed it was foul. It looked like it would have been fair, but it hit the grass cutout inside the line, changed direction. Nelly reached in front of the bag and grabbed it in foul territory. Well, we'll do it again. Well, if the Blue Crabs homered last night, they're sure to be hit by pitches tonight. Nicely the payoff, and a swing and a trickler foul up the line at first. Dueñas shaking his hand. He felt something amiss on that one.
All right, so our good friend Augie Silk hit Ryan Haug and Braxton Lee.
Sounds about right.
And one lefty did go yard. It was Jared Walker.
So he'll probably get hit tonight.
You would have to assume. Maybe he got the chin music. That stuff doesn't show up in the box score.
That's true. Pitch. And a ground ball right side and through the hole. A base hit. PA up to second. He'll break it down and hit the brakes. First and second with one out. And Dueñas battled, hit a couple of grounders, foul. Next one on the ground finds the opening. Genomes do lead the league in batting at 279, even though they're 7th in runs scored, which doesn't make a lot of sense. They're near the top in home runs. At home, they've hit 317. On the road, just 237. Wild Health Field is a hitter's park. Here is Chase Velo. And first pitch down in the dirt. Nunez blocks another one. Trying to keep it scoreless here early tonight. And the first time on this homestand, the Revs did not score in the first inning. Velo, the catcher, hitting .241, 4 homers, including the first in Genomes history. Back on opening night. There's the 1-0, and he swings and fouls it off the top of the netting. Velo, former first rounder of Kansas City out of high school, and Lexington was a Royals affiliate, so he's familiar with Wild Health Field, which it was not named back then, but nicely, couple of looks, deals, and misses high with it. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Wasn't it just Legends Field for a long time?
Just for the first year. It was, I think, a bank before that.
Well, we know all about that here.
Yeah. Pitch. It is down and in. I think it started with a W.
Sorry. Legends Field is in Kansas City, where the Kansas City Monarchs play in the American Association.
Last year it was Lexington Legends Ballpark. It's very creative. But it was, I think, a bank before that. 3-1. And this one popped right up the chute. And it's Nelly from first, coming over toward the Revs dugout, and steps back, and he's got it, had plenty of room. Guys on the top step were all heading under the roof. They weren't sure. But Nelly had plenty of room in front of the first base coach's box. That's out number 2.
So it started as Applebee's Park.
Oh, I could get behind that.
That was 2001 to 2010, and then Whitaker Bank for the next 10 years.
There you go. I like the Applebee's Park.
We get ATMs for People's Bank, and they get Applebee's. I could get behind that.
As long as it's the twofer. It's an Atlantic League staple. Here's Cleo Luis Rondon, switch hitter batting right. First pitch is down and in. You know, this week I might order some of those Long Island teas. I mean, it's probably just normal tea, just named after where we are, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll probably get like 5 of them. No, I'm just kidding. Nicely steps off. Now we're just getting silly.
I mean, you probably get silly after maybe 2 of them. Maybe 1, depending on how strong they...
A little more than that. But yeah, it depends on the barkeep. There's the 1-0, and it misses down low. We had that at our All-Star game gala in 2019, and I know somebody who, and it wasn't me, got fixated on the Litz that night, the Long Island teas. Hard to believe what goes into that to make it look and taste like tea. What a concoction. The 2-0. Uh-oh. Hit deep. Left field. Line shot. It's gone. Cleo Luis Rondon, known for his glove, but he smokes a 3-run homer over the nemesis in left. It is his 4th this year, and the Genomes have spotted themselves a 3-0 lead here in the top of the 2nd inning. Known as a slap-hitting, slick fielding middle infielder, but he gets a hold of one here.
And that's what we've seen a lot of this year. A couple softly hit balls that find the outfield, and then a few batters later they come across on the long ball.
Now, what a shame. 2 ground ball singles and then I guess 1 mistake, and they've got 3. Here is Anderson Miller, who checks and held off on the appeal. Ball misses low. Now the Revs in an early hole tonight, but plenty of time. Here's the 1-0. And a broken bat squibber on the ground to second. Kenley comes up a couple of steps, fields and throws to first, and that ends the inning. But the Genomes put up 3 on 3 hits, nobody left. We've played an inning and a half, 3-0, Kentucky Wild Health.
I felt like my well-being was tied to the morning stock numbers. I wanted to invest, but grew tired of the stress of potential losing it all. A friend of mine suggested I talk to Tom Dasher about a fixed index annuity that could be a stable option while still seeing potential growth. Tom has been helping folks here in York County for over 30 years. Give him a call at 717-487-2096 to see if he can assist you.
Tee off this season on the best layout in Pennsylvania and experience Royal Manchester Golf Links, bringing you to the coast of the British Isles while never leaving your backyard. Our unique Pure Links layout in the rolling hills of York County gives golfers an experience like none other, featuring 18 pristine holes with picturesque views of the countryside and consistently ranked one of the top public courses in the state. Also offering outings and event bookings. Book your tee time today at 717-268-0490 or nab our online specials at RoyalManchesterGolfLinks.com.
Hey man, I know how you feel. That guy down the street, the one with the fancy lawn, those weekend get-togethers, the big family barbecues, and the barefoot kids and wife outside working on her tan. Hey, it's no secret. It's greener on that side of the fence. It's Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. Greener grass on your side of the fence is just a quick phone call away. For world-class care right in your backyard, call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, 717-292-9994.
Get the latest on the Orioles with the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by Dan Connolly. Mondays at 6 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
Genomes a 3-0 lead on the home run from... He's got 4 this year, but not the likeliest power source. Rondon. And the Revs coming up. Looking to tee off tonight. You can too at Royal Manchester Golf Links. Play the best layout in PA on the area's only Pure Links course. Book online at RoyalManchesterGolfLinks.com.
Update on that Lancaster game. It's good to know that Kelly Dugan is not the only one. The Reds are not the only team that have felt the wrath of Kelly Dugan. He just hit his 13th of the year. Armstrong was up 2-0 at the clip against the Crabs.
Was it a 2-run shot?
It was a solo shot. He went back-to-back actually with Andretti Cordero. But he is now tied with Hawkins for the league lead in long balls.
Oh, that's precious. Here's Nelly, who leads things off. And Popsy's first pitch in tight. Makes Nelly jump back. But with it being a solo home run, Franco still leads the league in RBIs at this moment.
As it stands, yes.
There's the wind, the 1-0. And it is a little bit low.
That might have to be a race we track every single day now, the RBI race.
At this point. Franco on deck. Nelly, who homered in the first last night, his 5th this year. 2-0, and that's inside.
It'll be the 98 home run race all over again, just without the roids.
Yeah. Nelly hitting 260, and here at home, 373. Pitch, and a cutter over for a strike, 3-1. Franco and Encarnacion will follow. A 3-1 pitch. It is a curveball, and it misses. Down and away. So Nelly takes his league-leading 35th walk, and even the protection of Franco on deck isn't enough to deter a pitcher from not wanting to throw him something straight to hit, a 3-1 curve that he missed with.
Yeah, ideally you never want to have to pitch to Nelly, but right now you definitely do not want to pitch to Carlos Franco.
It's insane. 7-game hitting streak. He's 17 for 30, hitting .567, and that skyrockets his average right to 300. There's more. First pitch is in for a strike. 41 RBIs leads the league, and 15 of those have come in the last 6 games. He's one off the league lead in homers with 12. The stretch, the 0-1, and he swings and pops this one up. At third, Paredes backs up onto the outfield grass. It's all him, and he's got it. That is out number 1. And Pobsey's gotten all 4 outs in the air. Nicely, he's gotten 5 of his 6 on the ground, but the one that was hit in the air one of the ones hit in the air went over the fence. 3-0 Genomes here in the second. Here is JC. Big RBI triple last night. He's hitting .320. First offering, curveball, and it hooks way outside and gets under the glove of Velo. Nelly will move up to second. Oh, they call it a pass ball. It surprises me a little, but I didn't squint the way that the official scorer did, so maybe he saw something I didn't. Nelly at second with 1 out. Pobsey home, and that misses high. Pobsey, 28 years old. He's from Cary, North Carolina, went to UNC Greensboro, and the Braves drafted him in the 3rd round, 2014. Did get to the majors with Seattle. Fires, and a breaking ball just missed. Off the glove of Velo, who tracks it down to his right. He had 3 relief outings with Seattle in 2017. Last year between High Point and Charleston, he combined to go 1-2 with a .653 ERA, starting and relieving. Now fires on 3-0. It's over for a strike. JC taking all the way. In his minor league career in the Braves and Mariners systems, 1 game under 500, mostly a starter, .425 lifetime ERA. Deals, and a swing and a miss. JC let it rip on that fastball. Pobsey back to run it full. He's traded to Seattle with Rob Whalen for Alex Jackson and Tyler Pike after the 2016 season. Pitch to Encarnacion. It is just outside. Close take. Pobsey wanted it. Has a few words. And the second walk of the inning puts 2 on for Herrera. What say StatCast?
That is what we are checking out now.
Sorry.
The internet.
Yeah, I know.
Wait for it. Still waiting. Still waiting.
You probably will be for a while.
Oh, no, I think we got it. StatCast had it outside. There we go. Robots are always right. That's why they're taking over the world.
Well, now we can rest easy. Here's Herrera. He swings and misses. Trying to go after the first one.
Because the league definitely evaluates their umpires.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they use that same system Major League Baseball does that had Angel Hernandez at 97% in that Phillies game.
Well, they might want to ditch that system. Here's the 0-1. And a line drive to right field. It is down for a hit. Nelly had to make sure it wasn't caught. It was hit at Sierra in right. So everybody up a base, and they're loaded as Josue hits one hard, a line single to right. Bases loaded with one out, and John Nunez will try to get the Revs on the board.
Yeah, the Genomes took a lead in the top half of this inning, but a lot of really good at-bats by the Revs out of the gate here in the second. 2 tough walks, and then Herrera got his pitch and deposited it into right. And now John Nunez has a chance for his first Peoples Bank Park RBI.
Down 3-0 early. This would be a nice time for that to respond right away. Nunez 3 for 18 with a double and an RBI on the road. First pitch, he swings and he fouls it back. Switch hitter bats from the left. Talented catcher, good pickup for the Revs. Former AA All-Star in the Red Sox system. Career .253 hitter. But can hit, has some pop, switch hitter. Known for what he does behind the plate as well. Here's the 0-1. And he swings and lines it to the gap in left center. Base hit. Going all the way back to the fence. Nelly scores. JC scores. Here's Herrera around third. The relay is off. John Nunez clears the bases. 3-run double to the gap in left center. And the Revs answer right away. We are tied at 3-3.
Well, that was quick.
How about his first 3 RBIs here at Peoples Bank Park?
And goes the other way with it, too. The first thing I noticed when he took batting practice the first day is his willingness to go the other way. And credit Herrera booking it from first.
Oh, he was the whole way. Like a sprinter. Here's Kenley. And a ball in the dirt, slider missing. But how's that for a response? And that's something this team has done a lot of here lately, is answer back. They're trying to get nicely his first win tonight. Jack was saying that earlier today, like, how does he not have one yet? 1-0, that misses high. Trying to make tonight the night for one of their top guys.
Well, his season has basically gone the way that the Revs season started, basically. Whenever the pitching was there, the offense wasn't, and vice versa.
Very true. Here's the 2-0. That misses up above the belt. Top of the order, and Stokes waiting next.
And when you really put into perspective, 7 starts this year and pitched well enough to win in 5 of them.
(3-3) here in the second inning. The pitch to Kenley. It is on the inner half, a called strike. Jack hitting at .241, a home run and 13 knocked in. Pounds his cleats as he stands back in. I like that gray bat. Here's the 3-1. Swings and rips one off the glove of Shaw at first, and it goes up the line. Nunez around third. He'll hit the brakes with only 1 out. It's a base hit for Kenley, who ripped it. And Shaw, reaching toward the line, had it hit the heel of his glove. Now, he did prevent a run for the moment. That thing could have gone all the way down the line, and it went just a few feet up past first. But Kenley with a knock, and here comes Eli Villanueva, tomorrow's starter, and their pitching coach for a mound visit.
Yeah, a lot of player coaches in this league, particularly pitching coaches, really no days off.
Should we, like, by default call him Malky one? I mean, he's the captain. I guess we can just call him that.
He was right next to Mace, top step of the dugout last night.
Sanabia is like a extra set of eyes for his pitching teammates.
And that is, the pro of having guys with major league experience. They've seen it all. Especially guys with long tenured careers like, for say, Darryl Thompson and J.J. Hoover.
After the visit, Stokes a chance to give York the lead here. First and third, 1 out, 3 runs home in the inning. Nunez at third, Kenley at first. First pitch to Stokes is in tight. Protect those mitts. Fouled out to the first baseman his first time. Tied at 3 here in the bottom of the second. Povsey deals, and that's inside again. Two-seamer tailing. Now the 2-0, and it's high. We've got 2 walks and 3 hits in the inning. Sandy's got the stopwatch down at first, getting a time on Povsey to the plate. Polo chatting with Nunez at third. Here's the stretch, the 3-0. And it's inside, and Stokes walks. That'll load him up. And after the pitching coach visit, Povsey misses with 4 straight. Third walk of the inning.
And this is very strange to see out of Povsey. He came in basically a 3-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, only 11 walks coming in.
Elmer Reyes will try to capitalize. He drove one deep to right in the first inning, but Sierra made a great running play. Elmer 9th in the league in hitting, entering play tonight at .321. Here's the first pitch. It's down and away. Slider, and Velo has to slide over in front of it. 5 straight. Reyes, a .373 hitter here at Peoples Bank Park. What a great pickup. 1-0, and it is up high. He's another, you can just tell being around guys, veteran presence. Guys look to him as well. Another unquestioned vet with leadership traits. Here's the 2-0. Swings and fouls it to the netting. Had a good rip.
And we say it every single game when he makes great plays. It's no secret that he's one of the big reasons why the Revs defense has been so improved this year. He's also fighting through a pretty nasty bruise from last night if we want to keep this story going.
Oh my.
I mean, it's a storyline for the series regardless. So might as well go with it.
It's got a lot of colors to it for sure. The 2-1. Swings and chops one to short. Could be 2. Rondon feeds second, and the turn is in time. A 6-4-3 double play. Povsey escapes further trouble. But the Revs tie it up with 3, all on Nunez. Bases loaded, bases clearing double. 3 hits in the inning, 2 runners left. We go to the third. We will start anew. It's a 3-3 game.
Spring is in the air, and Harvey's Rental can get you prepared for what's ahead. With the biggest selection of steel products on the market, Harvey's Rental will get you set for your next home project. From lawn and garden equipment, pressure washers, post hole diggers, and more, Harvey's Rental has it all. Have a special get-together or graduation coming up? Harvey's Rental has what you need to make your party memorable. Celebrating 60 years. Visit them in person at 1409 South George Street in York or online at harveysrental.com.
What's the deal with the Dan Patrick Show?
Dan Patrick.
Shouldn't Kawhi be the new Dos Equis guy? Wouldn't he be a great man of mystery? Instead of that guy that's supposed to look like Michael Phelps, who took over for the old guy. Yeah, I thought it was one of that was like, hey, how about we get a guy who looks like Michael Phelps as the most interesting man in the world? Kawhi would be great because he's so deadpan.
Dan Patrick, mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Head of the third, we are tied at 3. Big answer from the Revs. Doing a little mound work, some more dirt added between innings. Hopefully to Nicely's comfort as we start the third. On the top of the order for the Gnomes with Luke Becker leading things off. First pitch is right on the outside black, strike one. Becker grounded out to third base, his first at bat. The 0-1, and it misses down and in. It's a slider from Nicely. I don't think we saw many of those the first time through the order. Winds and delivers, and a two-seamer, actually a changeup down and away. 2-1.
Yeah, a lot of times a starter won't introduce a pitch until the second time through the order just to show that they have more in the tank.
Now this one finds the spot outside black. Strike called to even it up. Fastball at 89. Now the 2-2 swung on, line to left, and that's going to be fair down the line as it bounces toward the corner. Melky will surround it, glove it, and toss it in as Becker cruises into second with a leadoff double. I thought it was plenty fair off the bat. It actually was only fair by a few feet, but leadoff double. And here is Jimmy Paredes, who grounded out to third his first at bat. Genomes with their fourth hit. And we have a dragonfly in the booth. First pitch, breaking ball, driven in the air in center. Encarnacion hustles over toward right center, and he is there. Makes the grab. Becker tags from second, and that'll move him up to third base. One away here in the third. Somebody's using their walkie-talkie near us, which is why we hear the interference. There we go. Here's Chris Shaw, who grounded out to second his first time. Early in the game, and it's got the feel that there might be some runs scored tonight. Infield is back. First pitch to Shaw, it's down low. Left against left, nicely broke his bat. Jammed him, got him to ground out to second in the first inning. Nice setup in. And the 1-0 pitch, it is in tight as he backs away. Rebs last year, when he was with Long Island, they really did a tremendous job against him for the most part. He did hit one home run off of York, but they seem to have a good book on him. Here's the 2-0. That's inside. Another former Oriole, right, Jake?
Correct, yep. Couple years in the organization.
Are there any that you would not remember?
Any former Orioles? Probably Not realistically.
There's a swing and a miss.
Even though there are so many names in these last few years that may have come and gone as forgettable, I'll probably recognize them one way or another. I'm sure you're the same way with Phillies guys.
Yeah, but now that we do this every night, there's definitely some from this Barron era that I would not remember. There's a breaking ball inside, and Shaw is on. Every rev, though, I think I would recall. It's Nicely's first walk tonight, first and third for Moises Sierra.
And this is first in his last 3 starts as well. He came into the night 13 Ks, no walks in his previous 2.
It's over 14 in the third innings. First and third, 1 out. And Nicely the pitch, just swinging a pop foul back over the roof. Apparently somebody installed some glass up on the roof. So that foul ball is brought to you by Window World. Sierra grounded out to short his first time. Another one of those would be great right here. Pitch. It is slapped on the ground, but through. Base hit into left. And Becker scores. It's 4-3 Genomes. He chopped it on the ground, but this time through the opening. RBI single into left. Shaw up to second on it. Hitting has been the Genomes' strength. They are 9th in team ERA, 10th in defense, but number 1 in team batting. Here's PA. First pitch is down low. PA singled and scored last inning. He had the first hit that got things going.
But if last night's any indication, the Revs have proven that they can hang in a slugfest with anybody. Now the ground ball can still get you out of this inning as well.
It's the 1-0 and a swing and a miss. Fastball down and toward the outer half. PA pulled off of it. 90 on that one. 4 runs, 5 hits for the Genomes. 3 runs, 3 hits for York. The Shadows now starting at the back of the mound. 1-1 and a swing and a miss. Ooh, that fastball up to 92 on the stadium board. It was down and in. PA tried to golf it. These lefties do like it down and in. But came up empty on that hack. Outfield straightaway against him. 1-2. It is pulled on the ground and through the right side. That's a hit. They put up the stop sign at third as Stokes fires it in. Shaw is held and the bases will be loaded as PA yanks one into right field. 2 for 2 tonight. Found our walkie-talkie culprit. Here is Samir Dueñez, who singled and scored last inning. A lot of base runners, but Nicely's pitch count very manageable here early. 46. He deals, and a swing and a bouncer softly foul. Nelly over to grab it by first. And he's one well-placed ground ball from getting out of this. Last inning, Dueñez hit a grounder, but found the hole. He got 6 hits tonight. 4 have been ground balls that have found the hole. Here's the stretch from Nicely. And the 0-1, it is swung on and tapped foul behind the plate. A changeup. kept it down, good spot. Do those analytics people have one of those fancy schmancy stats to like say that that's bad luck? Like the ball in play average or whatever?
Yes, batting average balls in play. We can.
Well, I don't need to hear all about it, but
I mean, it's literally what it is. Batting average for balls in play. I think it writes itself.
I figured they had something that would explain that. Nicely fires and a swing and a miss. Fastball at 92. He just went right at him. And Dueñas swings through it, 2 away. It's just not my cup of tea. It's a lot of information.
You have fun with the exit velocities, though, now that you've discovered that.
Oh, heck yes, I do. I like missiles when we hit them. Here's Chase Velo, who fouled out to first base his first time up. Nicely delivers, and a swing and a chopper foul, third base side. But there's a lot of crap on my mind on a daily basis to begin with. I don't need. I mean, there's like, well, I shouldn't. I don't know. They're like 30. Is 30 a good number of new stats that the analytic? Probably more than that.
I mean, there's a stat for everything.
Yeah. And teams are secretive about. I mean, they've got their own stuff they track. Here's the 0-1, and it misses away. Well, it's secretive until who hacked into Hughes' computer system? The Cardinals and Astros?
Yeah, but I think that was scouting stuff. I think that was prospect information. But you never know. I'm now scouring the internet to try to find this BABIP.
Now look what I did. Here's the 1-1. That is outside.
The analytic people don't pay respect to these partner leagues.
Well, then they can just.
Who needs them?
Pound sand, yeah. Exactly. Nicely ready. Here's the 2-1, and a swing and a miss. Fastball at 90, and he located that one. Down and away. Had an 8-pitch first, 22 in the second. He's now at 23 here in the third. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2-2 pitch is fouled to the netting. And Velo stays alive. And nicely, he is working hard to try to minimize the damage this inning. Once again ready. Checks back, another 2-2, and a swing and a foul tip down off of Nunez shin guards. Almost had him. And Velo keeps it going. This will be the 26th pitch of the inning coming up. Velo with pink batting gloves to match that black and pink Genomes color scheme. Nicely, by the way, worked with Nunez in his start in Lancaster on Monday. They worked well together. 7 1/3, 2 earned, 2 unearned. Pitch is down and in, and it goes full. Runners will have a head start. And this one has to be a strike. Last Monday, nicely left with a 4-3 lead, but Revs lost over there. Now he's ready. And the payoff pitch, it is swung on, foul tipped again. And that one got a piece of Ramirez. Silvio comes running in to make sure he's all right. I think it got him up near the throat.
Well, if anyone knows how that feels, it's Silvio.
Yeah. Or maybe just off the mask, but apparently Ramirez still remembers who he is. This is quite the battle. Nicely and Velo. We'll have a 10th pitch of the at-bat. Here it is, and it's down low. And Velo works his way on, a bases loaded walk. And the Genomes now lead it 5-3. Picks up his 15th RBI. And the 8th hitter of the inning, Cleo Luis Rondon, coming up. He lifted the Genomes to a 3-0 lead last inning. I'm sorry, a 9-pitch at bat, but whatever. Rondon lifted him to a 3-0 lead last inning on the home run. Nunez out to try to give Nicely a breather here. Should mention, and meant to mention earlier, we had a packed pregame, but the Revs have added an important arm to the bullpen. Right-hander Nick Howard began the year at AAA Louisville with Cincinnati. Former first rounder Nick Travieso knows him well. First pitch here, it's down and away. So they beef up the bullpen with that addition. Howard wearing number 32 if you're in the stadium and wondering who that man is. That large man, 6'4". 1 ball, no strikes to Rondon. And Nicely is set. Comes home. And a swing and a fly ball to left center field. It's pretty deep. Malky and JC are on it, though, and Malky calls and makes the play just shy of the track. Rondon made us hold our breath again, but he flies out, and that ends a difficult 3rd inning. 2 runs scored on 3 hits. 2 walks, bases are left loaded. We go to the bottom half of the 3rd. It's the Genomes 5 and the Revs 3.
People's Bank is happy to sponsor the home of the York Revolution, People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving the community for more than 155 years, committed to helping their clients achieve their dreams and live confidently. That commitment continues at People's Bank Park with Revs games, concerts, events, youth sports, and much more. We're proud to partner of the York Revolution, and we look forward to seeing you at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
York North Rotary Summerfest has an elevated experience for you June 11th, noon to 4 at People's Bank Park in York. Enjoy craft beer samples, delicious snack vendors, wine and spirits samples and sales. Kitty Back will be rocking the stadium. Search York North Summerfest on Eventbrite for tickets and information. See you there.
Need an excavating contractor for your upcoming project? Get it done locally and get it done right with Barnes & Barnes Incorporated Excavating. Locally owned and in business since 2005, Barnes & Barnes Incorporated Excavating is a small excavating and landscaping business offering demolition, excavating, landscaping, foundations, concrete, sewer and water hookups, lot clearing, welding, fabrication, and more. Located in Windsor at 30 North Blacksmith Avenue, Barnes & Barnes will get the job done right. Call Scott to schedule your project at 717-515-3495. That's 515-3495. Or email him at barnesbarnesscottinc@gmail.com. That's barnesbarnesscottinc@gmail.com.
Downtown's ready. Are you? The Revs play here. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK, York.
Revs down again. It's 5-3, but very early still. And the last 3 half innings, well, you know what? We'll just recap every half inning. both pitchers 1, 2, 3 in quick first innings. And then in the top of the second, nicely allowed 3 runs, 22 pitches. Bottom of the second, Povsey allowed 3 on 30 pitches. Top of the third, nicely allowed 2 on 30 pitches. A wild one developing tonight. First pitch to Malky is over for a strike. He leads it off here in the home third. Nelly and Franco to follow, 3-4-5. Mesa fly to right his first at bat. Here's the 0-1 and a swing and a miss, reaching a fastball sinking down. Or maybe a fastball. That was 84. Povsey's been up around 88. Here's the wind, the 0-2, and a curveball swung on and missed. He broke off a good one there. One down here in the third. Nelly Rodriguez to the plate. On our WellSpan Sports Medicine Injury Report, you heard good news regarding Connor Lean on Mesa's chat. He left last night's game after the hit by pitch, but X-rays negative. He's sore, but did take swings today, and they'll give him tonight off, tomorrow, off day Monday. Might be able to play Tuesday. Here's Nelly, who walked, scored last inning. First pitch is up. Leading 35th walk. Some other cases, Edwin Figueroa continues to work out, doing pretty much everything in his rehab. Hammy. There's a curveball that misses down and away. And he's the only one officially on the injured list. Nick Travieso threw a sim game yesterday, and all reports were good. And Alex Sanabia not far behind the groin as Nelly lays off high. Travieso was a hammy as well. 3 balls, no strikes. Povsey taking a moment. The spike cleaner behind the mound. Now lifts the leg, fires, and it's a little bit high. And Nelly has to patiently accept his second walk in as many trips to the plate tonight. 4th issued by Povsey already. And here's Franco, who popped up to third his first time. Lights beginning to come on here. But you could not ask for a better night weather-wise, not a cloud. First pitch to Franco is down low. And it's always sunny in our booth, especially when we're in Lancaster, but figuratively as well.
I've never wished for overcast skies more than every time we go to Lancaster.
Yeah. Pitch, it is down and in, 2-0. Yeah, I'll be honest, sometimes I even root for rain when we're over there. Anything but sun, not the sun.
The sun is bad. Well, especially for you.
Pitch is in for a strike, fastball. Do I need to put myself on the injury report again tonight? I think I look great.
I mean, you're still doing your job pretty well, so I'd say you're fine.
I feel great.
And that's all that matters.
A nice workout in again today. Here's the 2-1. That is down and in. So after the walk to Nelly, Franco has it in his favor. Gonna get a nice meal next inning. Everything's great. 3-1 pitch. He leaves it high, starts but stops. They appealed to Silvio, who's out near second, but it's a ball. Ball 4. 2 on for Encarnacion. Revs trailing 5-3 here in the third. Back-to-back walks. I mean, the way Nelly and Franco hit might be a win for Povsey to just put him on. Here's JC, who walked and scored last inning. Tall righty sets, delivers, look out, that's inside. JC jumps back.
Well, JC did indirectly injure their center fielder yesterday.
That would be enough over in Lancaster to make him a target. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball over for a strike.
Surprised he's not already a target given how he hits over there. I have a feeling we're going to speak this all into existence, though, so maybe we should stop.
Are we inciting?
No, not necessarily. We're just...
Here's the pitch. Curveball, that's over for a strike. Are we defaming?
I think it's analysis. That's what we...
Are we following protocol?
Is there a protocol for that? I don't know. It's not like we're trying to start a riot or something. We're just presenting the facts.
And that's the rub.
It is. A wise man. I shouldn't say that. Never mind. That might be stretching.
Lies. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball. Smack down the third base line. That's fair past the diving Paredes. Nelly around third to score. Franco into third. And JC with an RBI double. Right past the diving backhand attempt. And once again, the Revs have an answer. It's 5-4.
Well, I had a day off, but I continue to put Checkers out of business. I don't know if I should get a sponsorship or I'm actually doing them a disservice by being so successful recently, but...
Might have to have an end of third homestand meeting and see how they feel about it. Who picked it tonight? Oh, okay.
That's what the whole...
You were saying you had a day off.
I said I was unsuccessful yesterday.
Okay.
But, yes.
Clearly, I'm hanging on your every word. Infield partway in. Here's Herrera, who takes down and in.
Maybe the sun is affecting you. It's making you think things. It's like making you think that the Reds have been a target. It's that they've been hit 30-plus times this year.
Yeah, but that's not a hallucination. That's a fact.
Is it really? Hey, as long as we present the facts.
That's the protocol. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. A fastball. Second and third with one out. And the Gnomes with the infield. The corners all the way up. The middle infield about halfway up.
I'd like a here's the rub on that stat. Plain as day.
Now they're going to back him off only about a quarter of the way in, most of the way back in the middle. Pitch is in the dirt, gets to the backstop. Franco coming home, he's going to score, and this game's tied again. Povsey spiked it, and it bounced straight to the backstop padding, which deadened it. And Franco, a perfect read on it. It did not get a carom back that Velo would have needed. It stayed back there. He scores on the wild pitch. JC goes to third on it. "5-5." The Revs have answered again. And now they'll bring the infield the whole way in with a runner at third. One out. 2-1 on Herrera. Pitch to him, it is high. Again, he singled last time, liner to right. which loaded him for Nunez, who's on deck. And Nunez had the first big response for the Revs tonight. 3-run double last inning, which tied it after they were down 3-0. Now they've answered the Genomes 2 in the third with 2 of their own. It's 5-5. 3-1 to Herrera. It is high and outside. Walk number 6 from Pavsey. Back-to-back innings with 3. Now they had lefty Ryan Kellogg up in the bullpen last inning. They don't appear to have anybody up right now. And Nunez will get another opportunity, first and third this time. 4 straight have reached after the strikeout to begin the inning. 3 walks with a double in the midst of that. Here's Nunez, who cracked that 3-run double to left center. And the first pitch, it is smoked but foul. He pulls it down the first base side, ricocheted off one of the Revs' bullpen seats. And now the Genomes do have bullpen activity for a second time. It's Kellogg again. The 0-1, and a swing and a ground ball, base hit through the hole and into right. JC in to score. Revs have their first lead of the game. It's 6-5. Another 3-run inning for the offense, and John Nunez 2 for 2. He has driven in 4 already here tonight. First and second for Jack Kenley.
And Pavsey, we talked about how low the walk numbers were. Most walks he's had in any outing so far this year has been 3.
Ooh. Well, double that tonight.
Records are made to be broken.
First pitch to Kenley is a high strike call. Jack hit it hard, reached on kind of an infield hit last inning. Shaw at first deflected it. The Gnomes with 5 runs on 6 hits. The Revs runs on 5 hits. Look out, in tight. Kenley turns away. Of course, again, the Revs have 6 walks to go with those 5 hits. This has been a crazy first 3 innings tonight. Here's the stretch from Pavsey. And the 1-1 swing, and it's popped up foul, back out of play. They sent 8 to the plate last inning. Kenley, the 7th hitter here this inning. On the stretch. And he deals. It is down and in. Did that get him? No. Yes, it did. There was no call. That's helpful. It did get Kenley in the foot. It was either going to be a wild pitch or a hit by pitch, but it got a piece of him. And the bases are loaded. And now Fred DeJesus is issuing warnings to both sides again, the crew chief.
But again, why are the Revs warned?
Yeah, and the Revs dugout wants to know why again. That's really, really weak.
Well, number one, why are you issuing warnings for a breaking ball in the foot? Number 2, again, it makes no sense. Like, you just got to have a feel sometimes, and
there's none.
That has been made pretty clear.
Here's Stokes back at the top. Bases loaded. First pitch, he swings and he fouls it to the net.
It's like we had the conversation for when it happened in Lancaster. The Revs have been hit so many times, thrown at so many times. They retaliate once and all breaks loose, and they haven't done anything this series. They've been warned twice in 2 games.
And Pavsey shouldn't have even been warned that he was ahead in the count. He's not trying to hit him. There's the 0-1. Look out. That's over Stokes' head.
That is more warning worthy than Kenley's hit by pitch was.
100%.
Oh, my goodness.
One ball, one strike. Stokes a foul out and a walk. There's the 1-1. Curveball, and it just missed. Popsy can't believe it. And that did look like it was right down the middle of the plate.
Well, it was, according to the robots.
Ruben Ramirez hearing it from, I guess, Mark Minikazi. Not sure if it was Villanueva or Minikazi jawing at him. And they get a little heated going back and forth, both of them.
Yeah, it's always a second level of heat when the mask of the umpire comes off.
Here's the 2-1 to Stokes. Swing and a miss. He got tied up. Fastball up and in. Might have tied himself up. 2-2. He grimaced. Did not want to swing at that one. Has one big one left. Revs lead at 6-5 here in the third. 6 straight have reached. 3 home, 3 on base. Here with 1 out. 2-2. Curveball hit him in the helmet. He ducked. Povsey's been tossed from the game. That'll force in a run to make it 7-5. Stokes tried to duck. The slider got him in the back of the helmet. And the warning which preceded it leads to the ejection right now. And I guess Minikazi is going to be ejected as well.
Well, yeah, when you do have the warning already in place, the manager is by rule tossed. But again, it was a 77-mile-an-hour pitch. We could talk all we want, and obviously we're frustrated with how much the Reds have been on the receiving end of this, but they have handcuffed the Revs because of 2 breaking balls that have hit hitters.
And by the way, tonight it wasn't Mace who lost his lid from the dugout. It was some of the Revs players who were like, why are we getting warned again? And Stokes, he appears to be fine. He playfully pretended to stumble his way to first base. Probably just to mess with everybody.
I gotta tell you, Daryl, I'm not a fan of this.
No.
It is, I mean, like we said, the narrative will always be there. We're frustrated. But now the Revs have been handcuffed because of 2 breaking balls. If they were fastballs, it's one thing. It was a breaking ball in the foot and then a slider that didn't break and hit Stokes in the helmet. And sure, it's the head. That's another instance of maybe, but still, they're breaking balls.
Yeah.
And now you have Austin Nicely, who's going to have to go out there, and he's had the inside part of the plate taken away from him because the other pitchers cannot control their pitches.
And he's a guy that needs to pitch inside. It's a big part of his game. And now he'll have to think twice about it the rest of the night. And the Genomes will bring in Ryan Kellogg, who was up throwing. He shouldn't need much time. Popsy, 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 7 runs. He's responsible for 3 base runners, 6 walks, a strikeout, a wild pitch, 2 hit by pitches. And it's obvious he didn't have his control tonight. 75 pitches, 35 strikes. And now Mace is out for a brief discussion with Freddie. Kellogg takes over. Another large human being, 6'6", 230. And Elmer Reyes will get another chance with him loaded. Hit into a double play last inning, flied out to deep right in his first at bat. 4 runs home, 7-5 the lead. And first pitch is swung on, lined into left center, a base hit. Nunez scores, Kenley around third. P.A. will backhand it in the gap. Stokes goes to third, and Reyes in at second with a 2-run double. 9-5, the Revs lead. It's a 6-run inning. And they make those hit by pitches count. Reyes with his 13th double this year. He's in the top 3 in the league. A 6-game hitting streak, and he didn't even need to see a pitch from Kellogg. He jumps on the first one. Revs, who have now been hit 6 times in this series, 4 last night, which was 1 shy of a team single-game record, which I know you'll be shocked to hear this. That happened against Lancaster last year, 5. Here's Melky, who swings and misses. 2 more tonight.
I mean, last year could have been perhaps that they legitimately had no idea where it was going.
No, they did not. You're right. They had no clue. Here's Melky, who's 0 for 2, infield in, and he swings and misses on a ball in the dirt. 2 strikes.
And it's been sort of an epidemic around the league this year. Particularly, again, 2 teams have become an anomaly, but all around the league it's happening. And, you know, we preach player safety day after day. Eventually, you have to practice what you preach at some point and start to step in with some of these things. They tried to do it tonight, and they still probably didn't do it right.
Pitch to Melky, that's in the dirt. Velo blocks it away. Yeah, well, hopefully Nicely can still pitch his game. Revs have given him a big lift offensively. 9-5 the lead. The inning started with Melky striking out. Everybody since then has reached. Now he's trying to get into it. 1-2, he swings and he drives this one deep in right field. Sierra at the fence, it's gone! Melky Mesa, opposite field, 3-run home run to right. And the Revs have scored 9 here in the 3rd inning. They lead it 12-5 as Melky steps on home with home run number 5 of the season.
Chain. I love it.
That is the way to make them pay. And Melchizedek blasts one out of here to the opposite field. Up into the Bud Light home run patio in right. And just like that, a 9 in the 3rd inning column. 12-5 the lead, and here's Nelly as a curveball plops in, a big 12-6 at 67 miles per hour for strike 1. The wind, the pitch, it is down low. That closes the book on Povsey, who gets charged with 10 of these runs. Nelly, 2 walks, 2 runs scored. Pitch is swung on, fouled back upstairs. It is 1-2. They're delaying my dinner, but that's okay.
10 runs on 5 hits. You definitely do not see that one every single day. And ejected in the process.
Next one is down and in, 2-2. Yeah, that is a bizarre stat line that Povsey will take with him tonight. Kellogg's first outing was a start. 4 1/3, 5 runs, 4 earned. He deals, and a swing and a grounder off the end of the bat to short. Rondon to his left, scoops it, fires to first, and that's out number 2. 9 straight had reached and scored. Revs' biggest inning this year, a couple of weeks ago at Staten Island. They scored 10 in one inning. This is their second biggest inning this season. They've also had a 7 and an 8, which was in the same game at Wild Health Field against Lexington. Here's Franco. And the first pitch, big, slow curveball for a strike. And this is tied for the 6th biggest inning in Revs history. Pitch is over for a strike. The record is 12. They also have an 11. And earlier this year, the 3rd time that they had 10. So 9 officially tied for the 6th biggest. Pitch here, swung on and missed. It gets away. Franco doesn't run. He thought he foul tipped it. Velo goes back to grab it. Franco's still standing at home plate. And maybe it is foul because the plate ump just gave the pitcher a new ball. Velo just came to tag Franco. You know, it would help if they.
You're not gonna. The dugout's already very upset with you, and you're not gonna do yourselves any favors. At least stand by your call,
or make one. The mask comes off again. Franco's at bat continues. Evidently, it was fouled off. Another 0-2 and a swing and a miss. This one in the dirt, blocked. Velo tags him, and that ends the inning. But what an inning it was. Revs scored 9 on a total, and nobody left. That was fun. We'll go to the 4th. Jake with the play-by-play. Revs in front, 12-5.
Named one of the Kevin Smith and the team of Smith Wealth Advisory Group can help you develop a customized retirement income plan. As specialists in retirement planning, they will guide you on Social Security, pension choices, 401k and retirement plan rollovers, required minimum distributions, taxation, and optimal distribution strategies. For all your retirement planning needs, contact one of the nation's best, Smith Wealth Advisory Group, located right here in York. Janney Montgomery Scott, LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Hi, this is Vicki from Brewery Products. Stay tuned to catch the latest episode of Beer Talk airing throughout the day here on WOYK. Each day will feature one of our great brewers and share fascinating stories behind their products. Hear how they got started, how they brew, and their own favorite selections. You might even find a new favorite for yourself. Beer Talk is presented by Brewery Products every day right here on WOYK.
Can't get enough of the birds? Sports Radio 98.9 and 1350 WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from The Athletic Baltimore. Exclusive in-depth interviews, plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball and the birds every Monday at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports. Take us on the go with the new WOYK app. Download on the Apple and Google Play stores today. Sports Radio 98.9 FM and 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Well, Austin nicely got a nice rest in between innings. The Revs put up 9 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. They have taken the lead all the way back 12-5, and now the Genomes will come to bat without manager Mark Benikazi at the helm. He was ejected in Patrick's last inning. First batter of the inning is Anderson Miller, who takes up high from nicely. Miller grounded out his first time up and now takes down 2-0. And nicely, really just one hard hit ball against him tonight. It was that home run. But otherwise, soft contact, which just found the spot. This one is lined into center field. JC in, has a read, drifting towards right center and makes the play, one away. And it'll be interesting to see how Nicely responds after sort of being handcuffed by nothing of his own doing. Now the 3rd time through the order for the Genomes. Luke Becker, the leadoff hitter. First one from Nicely is in there for a called strike, inside corner at 89. And now pitching with the lead and looking to settle in. Pitch from Nicely is in there, called strike 2. Just one strikeout so far for Austin. Has a chance here. Pitch is outside. That was pitch number 66, so still a respectable pitch count for Nicely, who has gone at least 7 innings in his last 2 starts. 2-1 here is fouled off to the right side, out of play. Seven innings in his last 4 starts, actually, going over the 100 pitch mark in 3 of them. 1-2 here to Becker is on the ground, third base side, foul. Freddie Jesus jumping out of the way, or sorry, Silvio jumping out of the way and making that call. But the Revs, despite that big offensive outburst, only out hitting the Genomes right now by 1. Revs with 7, Wild Health with 6. That's what 6 walks and 2 hit by pitches will do. Another 1-2 from Nicely is right there, called strike 3. Becker has a word or two as he walks back to the dugout. The second strikeout by Nicely starts the 4th inning. Brings up the veteran Jimmy Paredes. Switch hitter batting from the right side here against Nicely, and swings and misses at a good fastball up. And Paredes, who did a lot of his damage in his major league career from the left side of the plate, has hit lefties really well this year. 0-1, and this one's down, kicks away from Nunez. Paredes leaning forward as if he was going to take off. I don't think that would go over well at any time, more or less a 12-5 game. I would be terrified to see what would happen if someone tried to do that late in the ball game and maybe a comeback effort. I'm sure the next day would not be pleasant at the ballpark for that man. 1-1, and went with the changeup that time. Paredes over top of it, 1-2. Defense straight away. 1-2 to Paredes is down. Tried to go for that changeup again. On deck, Chris Shaw. He's 0 for 1. Paredes 0 for 2. 2-2 pitch. And the top third of this order, just 1 for 6 against Nicely so far tonight. 1 down. The 2-2 is up. Quick outs for Austin Nicely in the 4th so far. A fly out and a strikeout. Now he's gone full to Jimmy Paredes. Payoff pitch is chopped foul to the left side near the Genomes bullpen, and it actually kicks into play. So we'll do it again, 3-2. Nicely now at 76 pitches. He's ready for another payoff. Now he steps off and waits for Melky, who had to retrieve that ball to get back in position.